Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. SeKo Winecraft here. Got myself a nice tasty glass of wine. We're watching some World Championship Series games. Tod versus Thorzain. I don't remember the last time I've casted a Thorzain game, if I have. And I don't seem to watch a lot of his games lately either. So let's see what he brings to the table. Speed it up slightly at the beginning. Terran versus Protoss, the quintessential matchup that I play as Terran and generally get whooped at. So I enjoy watching these games, probably some of the most of the ones that I have the opportunity to go through. I know Todd's been getting a little bit more into casting lately, does a really good job. Also, if you guys have the opportunity for some show matches for MLG, he played a 2v2 teaming up with Grubby. Super hilarious if you can listen to their chats. I think Grubby has it up on his channel on YouTube. Worth checking out because the guys are quite hilarious. Both very seasoned, coming out of a Warcraft 3 background, so extremely good on their micro mechanics. Thorzain, on the other hand, I know was representing EGTL, I believe, for a bit during the GSTL. I don't believe he's over there right now. I don't know what their lineup is. I thought Snoop was out there, but I haven't seen him compete in the last few team games that have happened. I'm pretty sure Thorzain is still in Korea. If not, he's a European, and he'll be back in the Europes. We see a bit of a safer opening from both players. Full wall off on this side out of Thorzain. Not even like a command center and barracks wall off. On this side, Thorzain will see a cybernetics core and one gas into an expansion. It's really nice what you can do. Oh, come on, computer. This is probably what would have worked out really great for Thorzain was to maybe get down an engineering bay. Engineering bay blocks on Protoss. Super good. Maybe he was thinking about stealing the other gas. He does not, but he does see the timing of it at least. Back on this side, I'm assuming there's going to be a rush to either widowmine drops or Hellions. To not build a command center after this period of time is very aggressive. Starport? Starport. Widowmines. So we're going to see a rush to widowmine drop on this. Got a couple of Marines down here on the watchtower. That way he'll be able to pick off the mothership core. And I think that's what Thorzain will probably go to intercept. That way he hides his build as long as possible from his opponent. Stalker is getting pushed out right now. That should be able to deal with those Marines. But by the time that happens, this drop, which I thought it was going to be a drop, I think he's just going to run out here and pick up the Marines. Probably a 2 widowmine 4 Marine drop with a command center to follow it up. This mothership core seems to be taking the long way around, just checking for any type of proxy starports. Maybe it's only going to be 1 widowmine in the drop. First medevac is on its way. If we look at the units wise, Thorzain does have a lead in supply. When it comes to economy, he is slightly behind because of the chrono boost. And now that this is up as well, this thing will be popping him out a lot of probes, and he'll get himself a pretty good lead on economy because of that. I mean, with mules, the economy of a Terran is pretty good, but he just can't produce the workers at the same rate as his opponent can. Looks like he might ferry a few units over onto the other side. Or I'm just completely wrong, which does happen. Looks like he's going to try maybe attack on 2 different sides. The nexus cannon is going to be really important here from the Protoss player. There it is. Yeah, he's going to have to run away because that thing can shoot infinity miles. Looks like he did drop. Drops and gets them out. Very nice play. What did he get? 7 for 2 Marines. Maybe even just 1 Marine. That was a very effective play. And a follow-up drop now. Now that the Nexus Cannon's been used on one base, it obviously doesn't have the ability to use it on another. Looks like he does have a cannon down in the back just to make sure he can deal with any type of widowmine drops. You're starting to see much more standard use of forges out fast. This looked like the upgrades were part of this build by design, but getting out one forge early on to make sure you can get a cannon is becoming quite a standard process. So it's a fairly effective little drop. I don't think he needs to push in and try to risk losing that medevac in those marines. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gotten the cost effectiveness out of that attack as he would have wanted to. Looks like now that these guys are paying quite enough attention. I don't know why I needed to pick that up. Right on. Widowmines went home for some defense. And if we look at... Where's that medevac going around? Units wise, Protoss has still got that lead. But that's obviously once again due to chrono boosted workers. So, his lead isn't as big as it could have been. It's an interesting setup of buildings. I mean, the cannon being here is important. But technically dropping into these little pockets makes these units much harder to kill. Looks like something died over here. Something died over here? No kills. Yeah. The medevac is just about dead. Checking the watchtower. We should be seeing a lot more actual production facilities starting to pop up here pretty soon for both these players. Mac. There's the production facility I was talking about. It's going down to 4 factories. He does have a 3rd CC finished, keeping ahead on the supply. On this side, the plan looked like it was more about getting out a really strong gateway army. He's going up to 5 gates now. Is this still 1-1 or on 2-2? No, he's on 2-2. So he's going to have a massive lead on upgrades over his opponent, who's going on mech and doesn't even have all of his armies finished, and he's not even using the one that is. So I think the plan from Tod on this build, oh my, was to just go for a really giant 2 base gateway unit push. 2-2 and charge, and even getting out the High Templars. I don't think Storm has been researched yet. Unless I missed that completely. No, it has not been researched. So this is going to be a pretty sick army for Tod. I don't think he's got any pylons on this side of the map, does he? One random Hellion, just chilling. Here's the probe going out to put the pylon down. The problem is that Tod does need to do big damage, because if he does not, he is going to be quite behind on economy. These upgrade advantages are going to play a huge part in the battle right now, but obviously, ooh, loses out without even dropping the Hellbats. Probably didn't even get a chance to see what the upgrades were. Bit of distraction there out of Thorzain, a little sloppy. What can you do? This is a pretty sick army, though. There's the pylons. I'm assuming Thorzain already realizes he's likely going to be sacking this 3rd base. A bunker? It's kind of funny. I guess not a bunker. Pause, please. Looks like something kind of screwed up on Thorzain's side. Scans, sees the size of the army, sees the Archons with 2-2. 1-1's not even finished yet. This is a very paltry army. Charge is great, but obviously having the Hellbats in place against these Zealots is going to be really, really important. Thorzain just needs to hold on past this attack, and he should be doing fine. If he doesn't, well, he's dead. Ooh, hallucinated immortals. Well, the Zealots, with all that armor, are just busting through here. Oh man. That looks not even close. Thorzain got rolled on that. Oh man. Looks like a widowmine just managed to get a few Zealots, but Thorzain's just dead. Well, this should teach people the value of having those upgrades. That's a sick game out of Tod. Right on. Well, game 1 goes to Tod. We should have game 2 coming up shortly.